Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It's Tuesday, the 22nd of January. Got our coffee. I'm starting to feel a lot better, but now it's hopefully I don't lose my voice. It might be a blessing in disguise for you guys, right? So I thought what we'd cover today is, we're doing the introduction and then doing some of these videos, and some of your comments not showing up. I want to dive into that deeper and maybe pick some of your brains out there that maybe have a channel that could kind of point me in the right direction. So hang tight. Alright, so welcome back. Part of the problem with the comments, I can tell you right off the bat, is that Google owns YouTube. And if you've watched a few of my videos of when I talked back in my early college years with going back to school in my 40s, late 30s, for a bachelor's in IT, one of the things that I was part of was helping Google at that time, which was a couple guys trying to set up a system to transfer email back and forth, because we didn't have email. We were trying to figure out how we could take packets of information and send them across to somebody else's computer and unpack it. And we did that, but then we needed to find a way to make it secure from one point to the other. And between Google collecting every drop of information it could ever do on everybody and storing it in big servers, one of the flagships for Google was their email service, Gmail. And back when it started to come on pretty decent, it was an invite only. They wanted people that could look at the program software and find any holes in it, find any glitches, test it whatever way you can to see if it will fail. And if you did, all we did was just pass the information on, along with a scripting of how to correct it, right? I still have 3 Gmail accounts. Still have my original. And I like my Gmail because of spam. It's got a great spam filter on it, so you don't get a lot of this crap. And now that you have AI involved, they're using AI. They've been using AI for years. It's just coming to light with GPT, and there's a couple other names that they've used for it, but there's different versions. And with chat, it's pulling information from 2 years ago. Google hasn't allowed that one on the market that is pulling information from now. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have one of the newer versions in YouTube, because YouTube got bought out by Google. Google saw it as a good buy, so they bought it. So now I think, I don't know, but I think what is going on is anything that they detect as being spam, because there's a lot of people out there that just love to go to somebody's channel and it doesn't affect me because I'm not a big channel, but the bigger channels, their biggest issue is they have people spamming it. And what do I mean by spamming it? Throwing in, click on this to, see my website or my, and a lot of them are scams. That's the big thing. It'd be different if it was a personal website. But most time it's not. It's trying to get you as a user to come away from YouTube's system and away where they can basically take advantage of you. So I had no qualms with Google for and YouTube for enforcing that. It's a good feature. Now, are some comments going to be grabbed as spam? Yes. And with looking yesterday after I saw you, Amos, and Jonathan, you posted that you had made posts that disappeared instantly. See, now, if it's spam, it doesn't allow me to do anything with it. But if it's like derogatory language or, but this isn't based on a human. This is based on a mainframe computer that is interacting, looking for stuff. So I think I said it right yesterday, where I took away the filters so that, if somebody says like ass, it may get caught in the filter before, now it won't. But I looked at your post, Amos, and yours, Jonathan, and it had nothing even remotely close to spam or a derogatory language. So, but it was still held for review. So I'll start checking that every day to see if it. But folks, it's not me. I want everybody's voice to count. I don't want people's comments to be null and void. I don't understand why. I can see some channels where it's all about me, me, me. Well, it's not on this channel. It's all about you and I. It's about us. So your comments are just as important as the weekday show or the weekend sermon, because you guys give me great feedback. And as Jason said, with the introduction about keeping it real, he's going to make sure that's exactly what I wanted. That's what I've always wanted. I mean, let me tell you something. You can get old and not have much wisdom. Or you may have wisdom in the wrong areas of life. I'm 61. I feel like I've got a lot of wisdom I can share, but I'll be the first one to tell you, I don't know it all. Not even close. And I know with this channel in the last year, with the help of you getting it to grow some, it's allowed me to grow. And not just the channel, me as an individual, because I've always approached things. I don't run from a conversation. Now, the person may be totally wrong, but I'm not going to run from it because, one, I want to hear them out because it may be something that is true, that my wisdom is saying something other, but I'm convincible. If you can show me and tell me, then I'm still growing in wisdom, right? I'm gaining off somebody else's experience. And that's what life's all about, is experiencing it yourself for the most part, but also gaining wisdom by using other people's experiences with similar, experiences and similar outcomes, but maybe not the same outcome. Because you could take 3 people and give them an assignment. And let's say it's walking from here to the corner store, which is 13 miles away here, right? But if I gave that to 3 of you, my guess would be all 3 of you would have a different way of walking from here to the corner store. Maybe a different route. Maybe you're farther from the corner store than the other guy. But you're all right. Right? Because it's how you did it. and that's how you grew wisdom. Now, the flip side of that would be, if somebody was derogatory or, the one thing that I won't tolerate, and I'm glad that I don't have to say anything. I'm saying it because of what the comments in Google and why. But when I say every person's voice counts, it does. But what I don't want to see is, where you feel like you have to fight each other. Instead of, because it's kind of like body language. When somebody crosses, you've just lost the conversation with them. You have. Because they're no longer listening. Now, if they have their hands like this or here, good chances are they're still listening to you. But if you make them feel insecure or on the attack, most people will do this. And that is, they've quit listening to your reason. They've quit listening to you as an individual. And with this channel, it's one of the things that I really wanted to stress early on, and it's kind of the unwritten rule, is be cordial to each other. And to this point today, I have had zero issues with what people have said or said to each other. Because sometimes we're going to have conversations where we don't agree. And I love it, when someone says, I disagree, so we can agree to disagree on this topic. Perfect. That's a great way to say it. Because, you may not convince me of what you're trying to say, but that's my take too, is if I can go to the I agree to disagree and we're still friends, right? We don't have to agree on everything. That would make a very, very boring world where we're all robotic. We all believe the same beliefs. We all believe, oh God, I wouldn't even have a YouTube channel. What would I talk about? What wisdom would I have, since we all think the same? But we don't. So I don't know if AI is watching comments and seeing if there's any, what they feel is, being mean to the other person. Personally, I don't trust AI yet. And they'll probably delete this video because they don't have an emotional level. Not yet. They're trying to. They're getting it so that it responds, more like a human. But it's not human. But now, if you've been watching the channel and some of the things that are going on my channel, our channel, is I'm adding things now that I probably should have added in the beginning. Bob made it clear. He said he did a small engine repair YouTube search, and mine didn't even come up. And a lot of it was the way I had YouTube set up. And simply like the title, Northern New York Parts - small engine repair. That helped in the search. And then I didn't realize that on your home, I call it the home page. It's if you click on the person that you're watching a video and you click on the person's name, and it takes you to their channel page that shows everything they've got. What I didn't know is I didn't do a lot of work on that channel page because I didn't think it mattered much. And I'm gaining wisdom with that, okay? You're never too old to learn. I can't stress that enough. So I started looking at the channel and saying, okay, how is it that I can make the channel better without changing stuff that make the channel who and what it is, who and what we are? And the channel page was I had a chance to put in up to 500 alphabets, for keywords. Everything from small engine repair to chainsaw repair to, you know what I'm saying. And that way, if somebody is searching the YouTube search, mine will now go up higher because it's getting those keywords in place. And I can't thank you enough, Bob, for pointing that out to look in that direction. And then the other was, what video is being shown as what they call a trailer, not a travel trailer, a trailer. That somebody that hasn't subscribed to your channel, and maybe they caught one of your videos and they landed on your homepage, what is it that you would like to tell them? To kind of give them an overview real quickly of who you are, where you're at, why you're doing it, what experience do you have. But they say that trailer page to show people that haven't subscribed, that maybe they've only seen that first video, should be under a second or under a minute, 60 seconds, and it should say who, what, where, when, and how. Basically letting that person kind of get a synopsis, an overview of what the channel has to offer. So that's why the introduction came out yesterday. Was I didn't have a video that I felt really stood out on trying to explain it to somebody. And as you know, most of my videos are around 20 plus minutes long, so it didn't fit well in that, position to show somebody that doesn't know anything about us, that is there for the first time. They happen to click on, Northern New York parts over in the left-hand corner, and it showed up. And that's the first thing they're going to see is that 1 minute video of just kind of quickly doing an overview. So that's why that changed. And then I changed the picture from a John Deere tractor to me, because the way this channel has gone and grown is it's less to do with the tractor, right? It's more to do with everyday life, passing on wisdom, talking about topics that, people like to talk about. And the best is you guys, when you comment, is I'm getting feedback, back from you. But it all goes back to the original design when I decided to do YouTube. Was I didn't want it about me. I wanted to grow the channel and pass on wisdom. And I wanted to do it freely, so there were no catches, no gimmicks, no clickbaiting. I wanted it to be real. No fluff. I'm not going to do some crazy ass wearing crap to try to entertain you. If you want to be entertained, there's 100,000 YouTube channels that people are acting like asses. And do they have more subscribers than I do? Yeah. But for me, the reasoning of why I started and I'm continuing is not to so much as entertain you, but it's just to be real. And what you see here on this channel with me is what you would see if you stopped in the shop or we met over at the coffee shop. That's what you're going to see. I'm the same person on YouTube that I am in real life. And that's why I call it keeping it real. Simple as that, right? For some, it's going to work. I'm not going to gain as many subscribers, making myself look like an ass. But I really don't want those subscribers that feel the need that they have to be entertained by what some person is doing that's crazy ass versus coming to the channel because they want to grow. They want to learn something. They want to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. And the biggest thing, they want to be with other people that are somewhat like-minded in a sense of they like to keep it real. No BS, no fluff, no clickbaiting. It is what it is. We have different opinions, and that's what it's all about. But in the end, we're a great group. And one that I wouldn't, trade for almost any other YouTube channel out there. Because I've read a few comments, and most of it is just fluffing the guy. And, he's wearing fang teeth or wigs or, if that works for him, that's fine. But you get what you see. And what you see, you get, right? Now we're getting over 20 minutes, so I think I'm going to start wrapping this up. But I want to let you know what's going on with the comments. I want to let you know what's going on with the channel, that I'm making some subtle changes. And that there's not going to be any changes in the direction of, what we cover on the weekday, on the weekends. That's all going to remain the same. And then lastly, what I want to say is why I feel our channel is way better than 95% of the other ones that are out there. Is that I have people on this channel that have a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge, that also want to share that. And a lot of times the videos, they get wrapped up around the individual like me, and it's not about me. Jason has always been one that will correct me in a heartbeat, and that's what I want, but always helpful to the other people that are here. He will respond. Travis will respond. Amos will respond. Bob will respond. Peter. The list goes on. A lot of times, it's all about the individual and their channel. It's not about the people that are part of the channel. And that's why I think ours is better, is because it's about you. That you are part of and what makes up this channel and what makes it great. Makes it a heck of a lot better than a channel that's all about me, okay? So on that note, I'm sorry I took up your Tuesday going in that direction, but I thought this would probably be a good time to just let everybody know what's going on. And I'm going to do some more research on the comments not coming through. And like I say, if you guys know anything about that, maybe you have your own channel, because I know there are people that are subscribed to this channel that have a heck of a lot more followers than I do. That maybe you've run into this situation, and is there a certain, when I go into comments, I see help for reviews, so then I click on that, and then it brings me down to, and what I clicked on yesterday afternoon, I'm not sure if it was the right thing to do, we'll find out, is I think I clicked on eliminating all filters. But I think YouTube, with Google's help and AI, are hitting the comments, and that's why it's deleted so quick, or it just disappears. But I only found 3 comments in the being held. And it was you guys, you Amos and Jonathan, being a little upset that your comments weren't being posted, that they were being deleted. And I just want to let you know it's not me. If I felt that the comment was inappropriate or something like that, I bring it to light on the next day video why I feel that it's inappropriate and why I didn't allow it to come through. You'll always get an answer. You'll always get a reason. Okay? And if the group says, well, I disagree with that, I'd rather have that come across, then let it come across. All right, guys. You guys have a great Tuesday. We're going to pick up an old case skid steer this morning. The guy took the bearings out of the rear axle on it. This should be fun. Maybe I'll get the YouTube video out and we got to figure out how to load it. It won't move. Yippee. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next video. And you guys have a great day.